Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Prime Position by fjam. Now, this puzzle is going to be an interesting one, I feel, because, what we've got here is a puzzle all around prime numbers. So this could be one that challenges me quite a lot. We'll have to see how it goes. So this one's been in my queue for a while. It got tested by 4 different testers, and 2 of my testers said it was suitable for the channel, and 2 of them said it wasn't. So I'm going out on a stretch. I'm really under time constraint, but I've been sitting on this one for a while, and I want to see if I can solve it. So let's see how we go. So what do we have as rules? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 have to be placed without repetition. In cages, digits must sum to a prime number. So whatever digits we put into a cage must sum to a prime number. And then cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Cells separated by a black dot are in a ratio of 1 to 2, and not all dots are given. So, interesting. That's it. So it's Kropki pairs and cages sum to a prime number. We can't repeat digits in cages because they're all either in the same box, the same row, or the same column. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, when I saw the rules of this puzzle, I immediately reached out and grabbed a list of prime numbers because I don't have those in my head. So the prime numbers up to 45, because a cage can't possibly sum to more than 45, because without repeating digits in a cage, the maximum you could get is a full set of the digits 1 to 9. And if you add those together, you get 45. So the only numbers we're working with are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, and 43. But the smallest cage is 3 cells. And the smallest you can make 3 cells is 6. And I can't make and that 6 isn't prime. So I can get rid of 2, 3, and 5 immediately because I can't make 3 cells equal 2, 3, or 5 because the smallest they could be, 1, 2, 3, is 6. Now, the maximum size I've got is 5 because these are 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5. Now, 5 digits, the maximum I could make those is 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. 9, 8, 7, 6 is 30 plus 5 is 35. So the maximum I'm dealing with is 35. So I can get rid of 37, 41, and 43 as options because if this was a 37 cage, these digits here would have to sum to 8. And there's no way of making 4 cells sum to 8 because the minimum they could be is 1, 2, 3, 4, and they sum to 10. So 37, 41, and 43 also go away. Now, so the digits I'm working with, and yes, I'm noting this off camera, sorry about that, but the digits I'm working with, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and 31. Now, all prime digits are odd. So this is an odd pairing, this is an odd pairing, because 2 consecutive digits. So these have to be even. Right, this is an odd pairing, but the entire cage has to be odd. So if this summed to an odd total, this would be odd, this would be odd, the cage would be even, which is not prime. So these sum to an even total. If they were 1 and 2, there must be a 4 on this. Because if these were an odd total, if this was 1, 2, that would be odd. It'd sum to 3, it'd be odd plus odd, and this would be an even total, and the cage would be broken. If it's 2, 4, that's fine, because even plus odd is odd, and the cage is possible. If it is 3, 6, this sums to 9. 9 plus an odd is even, and I'm broken. And if it's 4, 8, I'm okay, because 4 and 8 sums to 12, which is even. Even plus odd is fine. But either way, there is a 4 on here. But this has the same property. This is from 2, 4, 8, must contain a 4. The 4 can't be there, that's the 4. This is the same, so this is the 4, and this is a 2, 8, and this is the same, so this is the 4, this is a 2, 8, this is not the 4, this is the 4, this is a 2, 8. So we've got all of these. What can I do with that? 4 is definitely down here. 4 is definitely in this cage. 4 is definitely in this cage. And 4 is definitely in there by Sudoku. So if this is a 6, if this was 6, what could I get this to? If this is 2, 4, this couldn't be 1, 2. It couldn't be 2, 3. Well, these are different. So whatever that is as a 2, 8, this is the different. I'm actually going to use different colors to that. I'm going to use green and I'm going to use purple. This would be the green and this would be the purple. So 2 of these are 4, 2. So the question is, what is possible? If this is 4, 2, I couldn't use 1, 2. I couldn't use 2, 3. I couldn't use 3, 4. I couldn't use 4, 5. If it was 5, 6, this would be 6 plus 11, which is 17, which is fine. If it's 6, 7, it's 19, because 13 plus 6 is 19, which is also fine. 7, 8 is 15 plus 6, which is 21, which is not fine. And 8, 9, 17 plus 6, which is 23, which is fine. So it couldn't be 7, 8. If it's 4, 8, I'm at 12. And 12, I could do 1, 2, which is 3 plus 12 is 15, doesn't work. 2, 3 is 5 plus 12 is 17, which does work. 3, 4 doesn't work. 4, 5 doesn't work. 5, 6 is 11 plus 12, which is 23, which works. 6, 7, 13 plus 12 is 25, which doesn't work. 7, 8, and 8, 9 don't work. So maybe I should have written those down. I'm actually going to write those down. So if it's 2, 4, so 2, 4, and yes, I hate solving off the grid where you can see, but there's no notepad feature yet. So if it's 2, 4, I can't use 1, 2 because the 2 is used. 2, 3, I can't use. 3, 4, I can't use. 4, 5, I can't use. 5, 6 was 11 plus 6 is 21, which is fine. 6, 7, 13 plus 6 was 19, which is fine. 7, 8 was 15 plus 6, which is 21, which is not fine. And 8, 9 was 17 plus 6, which is 23, which is fine. I forgot to note that. 5, 6 is okay. 6, 7 is okay. And 8, 9 is fine. So they're the possibilities for 2, 4. For 4 and 8, 1, 2 was 3 plus 12 is 15, doesn't work. 2, 3 was 5 plus 12 is 17, does work. 3, 4 doesn't work. 4, 5 doesn't work. 5, 6, and that's because I've already used the 4. 5, 6 was 11 plus 12 is 23, that does work. 6, 7, 13 plus 12 is 25, does not work. 7, 8, and 8, 9 wouldn't work. So it's only 2, 3, or 5, 6. So one of these is 2, 3. But if it's 2, 3, it'd be 2 here and 2, 3 here. I don't know. So maybe it's these cages. Because if I put 4 in here, can I put 4 here is the question. If I put 4 here, this would be 4, 3, 6, because I can't put 5 here. 4, 3, 6. Can this be the 4? 4, 3, 6. It'd be 9 plus 4, which is 13, which is fine. But I can't make both of them 4. I can't put 4 here, and if I made this a 4, this would go 3, 6, and I couldn't put 4 here. So one of these has to have 4 on the dot, on here. And if I put 4 here... Oh, this is weird. So one of these, if I put 4 here, 4, 2. So one of these can go 4, 3, 6. That's fine. If I put 4 here, if I put 4 here, what are the options? If this was 4 and 2, that'd be 6 plus either 3, which would be 9, which doesn't work, or 5, which is 11, which does work. So if I put 4 here, there's one possibility, but I couldn't then put 4 here. So the question would be, what can I put 4 here? This could go 4, 2. Oh, hang on. I only looked at 4, 2, didn't I? This is 4. Oh, man, there's just too many possibilities. There's got to be something else. Because if I do... Because I could see this was kind of clean. Like getting this. But everything else now is just what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if. Maybe it's up here. Like if this is a 4, this is purple. If this is a 4, this is green. This can't be 1, 2, or 8. 2, 4, or 8. So this can be 1. It could be 3. It can't be... So a black dot. You can never put a high odd digit on a black dot. It can be 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, or 4, 8. They're the only possibilities because 5, 10 doesn't work. So it could be 1. It can't be 2. It could be 3. It can't be 4. It could be 6. It can't be 8. So if it's a 1, this is a 2. So this is 2, 3, or this is either 1, 2 or 3, 6. And this is the same. This is 1, 3, or 6. So this is 2, 3, or 6. So one of these is 1, 2. So what are these digits? These are on black dots. Right. This is 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 9 can never go on a black dot. All of those digits are on black dots. This is 4, 8. 4, 8. This is a 4, 8 pair. So one of these is a 4. And the other one is 2 or 8. That's very clean. So these are... 4 is never in those, because the one that's a 4 forces the other one to be an 8, which forces that to be a 4. So if it's 8, 4, 8, 4 is 12. 12 plus 7 is 19. So yeah, 7 or 9 would work. And if it's 4, 8, that's 12 plus 3 doesn't work. So 7 or 9 would work. If it's 4... okay. That was very clean. I just got to figure out how to use it. 4, 8, 12 plus 3 doesn't work. 12 plus 5 does work. And if it's 4, 2, 6 plus 3 does work. 6, so this is 3. So 3, 5, 7, 9. It is 3. These are 3, 5, 7, 9. They can be either. Because if it's 4, 2, 6 plus 3 is 9. And 9 is... No, 9 is not prime. Wait. So we know there can be 7, 9. 4, 2. 4, 8 can't be 3. And 4... Sorry, 4, 8 can't be 3. 15. 4, 2 can't be 3 because 9. So if this is the 4 with the 2... If this is the 4... These have to be 5. So, whoops, not those. These. So these are only 5, 7, or 9. What can these be? Or what can that be? Oh, it's not quite there. There's too many possibilities for these. I know that they're a bit limited. If this is 4, this has to be the green 2, 8. Can it be? Because of this, is it forced not to be? No, because this could go either way. If this is 4, 8, This could go 7, 9. And one of these does have the 4 in this position. But one of these is a 4, forcing one of these to be a 5. This can't have a 4 on it, but I don't see what that's doing. Well, what can this be? So let's put all the options in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Now this can't be a 1 because that can't be a 2. This can't be a 4 because of the 4 in the row. If this is a 2, this would be a 1, and that would be a 3, because it'd have to go 1, 2, 3. If this is a 3, this would be a 6. This would be, this had no, this, no, it can't be, because this can't be either 2 or 4. This can't be a 3. So 2, 1, 3 seems to work. 6 here would make this 3. This would be 5 or 7. 8 here wouldn't work. So this is 2, 6. This is 1, 3. And this is 3, 5 or 7. So even that's more limited than it feels. But I still aren't using the primes, because I can't use the same trick as I used here on this cage, because this is odd. This could be either odd or even, because that's going to allow me to change the parity based on whether it's an odd digit or an even digit. And up here, I've got the same thing. Based on whatever that is, I can change the parity of these. If that's even, I just need one of those to be odd. If they're both, these are both even, I just need that to be odd. I can't make both of those even. The only way to make both of those even is 2, 4, 4, 8. I can't put a 4 on both of these. So one of these has to be odd. But I could make them both odd. I could do 1, 2, 3, 6, and therefore that would need to be odd. Or I could make one odd, one even, at which point that needs to be even. But I can't make them both even. Because the only way to make it even is to have a 4 on it. So they could both be odd, or one of them can be odd. I don't know. I don't know. There's an odd on here. This is even, this is odd. This is odd. There's an odd on here. There must be an even digit on here, because every black dot must have at least one even digit on it. These are both even. Well, in this box, even, even, there's an even here, there's an even there. These are all odd. Because there's two evens here, there must be an even here, and there must be an even here. Right. These are all odd. I don't have the same restriction here. But what's the even digit on this? If this can't be 2, 3. It could be 1, 2. Okay, what's this? It could be 1, 2 if this is 3, 6 and this is 4, 8 or 8, 4. That could work. It can't be 2, 3 because I need a 2 or a 3 for this. It can't be 3, 4. So it could be 1, 2. It can't be 2, 3. It can't be 3, 4. It can't be 4, 5. If it was 5, 6, this is 1, 2. This is 4, 8. And this would have to be the 8. Because I'd have to go 4, 8 because I wouldn't have the 5. If it's 6, 7, this is 1, 2. So 5, 6 is possible. 6, 7 would make this 1, 2. This is again 4, 8. And I think I've got more freedom. This could be 8 or 5. This could be 9 or 5, so it could go in either of order. 7, 8 doesn't restrict this at all. Makes this 2, 4. This is 5, so 2, 4, 5. And I've got so much freedom, it's not funny. And 8, 9 means that this is 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, and this 2, 4, 5, this is 3, 6. Yeah, no, it's not restricted at all. I can see why my testers said don't do this puzzle. This opening is ingenious, but like really clever. And then the puzzle gets to a stall state. Like one of these digits needs to go in here into this cage because those 3 digits can't go there and I can't put all 3 of them down here. So one of those is in here. But I know that the 4 is already in the cage. So that doesn't actually do anything. If that's the 4, what does that become? 1, 2, 3, 6. It could be 3, 6. If this was 3, 6, 1, 2. No, if this couldn't be 3. I don't think this could be the 4. Because this couldn't be 1, 2. If this is the 4 and this was 1, 2, this would be 3. Oh, it could be actually. This couldn't be 3, 6 though. If this is 4, this is 1, 2. It couldn't be 3, 6 because if this is 4, 3, 6. So this is 1, 2, 4 or 8. Because if this is 4, this is 1, 2. And the reason for that is it can't be 2, 4 or 4, 8 if that's the 4. And if this was 3, 6, this would be 1, 2, but that means that has to be 3, but I'd put the 3 down here with the 3, 6. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8. If it's 1, 2, 3, 6 with 5 or 7 with 4 is all fine. 2, 4 means 3, 6 with 5 or 7, and 4, 8 gives me all sorts of freedom there. And I don't know anything about the totals because of this digit and this digit gives me complete parity freedom. So am I working with totals now? So do I need to figure out what this could be by the possible totals? So a 1, 2 is a 3. So 1, 2 is a total of 3. 2, 4 is a total of 6. 3, 6 is a total of 9. And 4, 8 is a total of 12. So this is a total of either 3, 6, 9, or 12. This is a total of either 3, 6, 9, or 12. So I'm working with 3, 6, 9, 12 or 3, 6, 9, 12, and then another digit to get me to either, well, it can't be, what's the minimum 5 digits could be? 15. So I could, so the minimum they could be is like 1, 2, 3, and 6, which is 12. And then to get to 17, I just have to put the 4 in the middle, which is fine. And even if I was aiming for 31, I could do 3, 6, 4, 8, which I can't get to 31 anymore. 31's not possible because 3, 6, 4, 8 only gets me to 21, 9 plus 12, and I need to put a 10 in the middle. So 31 is not possible in that cage at least. So 29, if I did 9 plus 12, that's 21. To get to 29, I just have to put an 8 in the middle. Except I've used the 4, 8. So I'm actually a bit restricted in this cage. This doesn't seem... I don't know where there's a logic trick. Getting this felt like a logic trick. Everything else is just be put in digits and see what breaks. These are all odd. Is it odd even colouring? Like, get rid of this blue. Or change it to grey. These are all even. I'll get rid of the colouring on the 2 8s. They don't seem. It doesn't seem to have done anything. They're even. These are all even. That's even. This is odd. That is odd. I know there's an odd in there, but I don't know anything about it. There's an even in here. This is odd. Can I tell anything else? That's even, that's even. If that's odd, that's even. No, this isn't getting me anywhere either. So if these are 1, 2, 3, 6, that's 12. And this could be what? To get to 13, it could be 1. To get to 17, it couldn't be 1. To get to 17, it would be 4. To get to 19, it would be 7. To get to 23, it'd be 11. That doesn't work. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 6, this is 4, 7. And I'm just putting digits in. If it's 1, 2, 4, 8, then I'm at 15. To get to 17, I can't use a 2 because I've done 1, 2, 4, 8. To get to 19, where did I start? 1, 2, 4, 8 is 15. To get to 19, I'd need a 4. I can't use it. To get to 23, I'd need an 8, which I can't do. And 29, I can't reach. So it can't be 1, 2, 4, 8. So in this top cage, I can do 1, 2, 3, 6. I can't do 1, 2, 4, 8. Because there's no digit I can put in here to get to a prime number. Okay. If I do 2, 4, 3, 6. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 6, the digit in the middle is 4 or 7. 1, 2, 4, 8 has no valid digit. If I do, and 1, 2, 2, 4 is not possible because I'm repeating the 2. If I do 2, 4, 3, 6, then the total is 15 already. To get to 17, I need to use a 2. To 19, I'd need to use a 4, which I've already used. To get to 23 from 15, I'd need to use an 8. So I could do that. And the next option is 29. I can't get there. If I do 2, 4, 4, 8, it's not possible. So the next option is 3, 6, 4, 8. 3, 6, 4, 8 sums to 21. To get to 23, I'd use a 2. To get to 29, I'd use an 8, which I can't. And to get to 31, I can't do. So this is 2, 4, 7, or 8 only. 2, 4, 7, or 8 only. Does that mean this can't be 1, 2, 3? If this was 1, 2, 3, I couldn't use 1, 2, 3, 6. These would be the 4, 8. No, I couldn't do 1, 2, 4, 8. The 2, 4, 3, 6. These would be the 4 and the 6, and this would be an 8. No, I can make these 1, 2, 3. But this is 2, 4, 7, or 8 only. And I don't even need to use a 4 in one of those. And I know this domino and this domino are restricted to the same sets. If this is an 8, these are restricted to 2, 3, 5, 6. And this would also be restricted to 2, 3, 5, 6. And if this was an 8, this was 2, oh, this would be 5, 6. Because it couldn't be 2, 3, because then this would have no fill. So if this is an 8, this would be 5, 6. This would be 1, 2. Actually, is that it? If this is an 8, this would be 1, 2, 3. If this was a 2, if this is an 8, this couldn't be 2, 3, because this would have no fill. So this would be 5, 6. This would be 1, 2, 3. This would be the 2. And what would that be? So if this was the 8, this is 5, 6, meaning this is 2, 1, and 3. This is the 2. And now what's that? Because there's no 1, 2 here. This is 4, 8. This is now restricted. Because the 2, 4 has to go with a 5, 6, which it can't. A 6, 7, which would be 6, 7. Or an 8, 9, which would be 8, 9. And that all seems okay, doesn't it? So this would be an 8 now. I don't get this puzzle. This would be an 8, which would have to be 2, 3, or 5, 6. This would be a 2, and this couldn't be 5, 6, because it would break that. So this would have to be 6, 7, or 8, 9. And I don't see what that does. And that was all from the supposition of that being an 8, because if it's a 2, it's not as restricted at all. Sometimes I feel I should release these videos just as far as I can take them and say, I don't get it. Okay, I'm going to hit up the solve guide and see what actually is supposed to be done at this point. Okay, so I looked at the solve guide for this, and the opening line to the solve guide I'm going to open a new copy of this grid because I think this is completely unreasonable, but I am going to try and showcase this. So I'm going to duplicate the tab and I'm going to restart the puzzle on new tab because the opening line to the solve guide says, the first thing you should pay attention to is the standard set, which indicates that these cells here are the same digits as these cells here. So those digits, green has exactly the same digits in it as yellow, using set equivalence theory. And I looked at that and went, this is a standard set? And I spent some time experimenting, trying to figure out what the heck was going on, and I found the set that made it work. But it took me about 10 minutes to do it. So the set that does this is, if I was to highlight row 2, row 3, row 7, row 8, and box 5 in one color, and then I highlight, which is 5 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and then I was to highlight all of rows 3 through 7 in a different color, then that's also 5 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and then I eliminate all of the digits that are the same. That proves that yellow and green are the same digits. But that is not a standard set. So when you look at this puzzle, you are supposed to immediately recognize this. It's a 3-page solve guide, and the first line of the solve guide basically says you should immediately acknowledge that these cells here are the same digits as these cells here. And I don't accept that as an immediate acknowledgement. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight one set, because I can't highlight. So I'm just going to border these cages in yellow, and the unbordered cages must contain exactly the same digits as the bordered cages. What the heck does that mean? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's right. But in these cages, I have 12 even digits and 4 odd digits. I've got 2 odd digits already placed. So I've only got 2 odd digits to use in these cages. But they can't all be even because of the prime numbers. They must sum to an odd total. So each of these cages has 1 odd digit in it. But I already looked at this. I can't make these all odd. Going back to my math sheet, I had the solve guide open. Oh, crikey. I lost my math sheet. So I can't make these all, I can't make this odd, because if this is odd, one of these also has to be odd. The way I did that was with these being 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, I think it was. So if this is a 7, these have to be 1, 2, 3, 6, but there's 3 odd digits in here. But I can't put 3 odd digits in here, because then I'd have 3, 4, 5, 6 odd digits, but I've only got 4 available. So this can't be odd. This is an even digit. But there's an odd digit on here, so these are all even. There's no 1 here. This is 2 or 6. But one of these is even. So 2, 4, 6, and 8 is in here. Which means the total of the cage The odd even digits, 2, 2, 8, 4, 6 sum to 20. So I need to get a prime number in the 20s. So it's either got to be, on this, a 3 or a 9. So this is either 8, 9 or 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Well, I can't use a 4. So this is either 2, 3 or 8, 9. So that can't be a 4. No, it can be a 4. Sorry, it can be a 4. I can't put a 4 there. I can put a 4 there. So this can't be the 3. No, it can be the 3 if that's the 2. But I can't put the 6 here, because the 6 would need to go next to a 5 or a 7, and this can't be 25 or 27. That's the 6. So on this, I've got... Oh, actually, I didn't roll this back far enough. This cell, I'm going to roll this whole thing back. Possibly while I was doing the undo before and trying to figure out what I was doing. Because I was trying to figure out what they meant by the set. I didn't roll this back far enough. So, now I've got to put this back in. I'm going to put all of these back in. Because I don't have that 8. So I don't have that as a 6. But I do know these, no, colouring. These are all even because I must use an odd in each. This can't be odd because if this is a 7, I need 3 odds in this cage and I don't have it. One of these is odd. But the thing down here must be either 3 or 9. If it's 29, this is a 9, 8. Otherwise, it's 4, 3 or 2, 3. Either way, I still can't put the 6 on here because the 6 would need to go next to a 5 or a 7. I can't do it. This is the 6. Which means I need to put a 6 into one of these, which is fine. Because 5, 6 was an option, as was 6, 7. So the 2, 4. But wait a minute. These, I could put it up here. I could put the 5, 6 there and still have this be and still have these both be 4, 8. So if this is 29, 9, 8, there's no 1 here. This would be 2, 4. Or this is 3, 4 or 3, 2. Yeah, I don't see how to narrow that down. What about up here? This has to have all 4. That has to have all 4 even digits in it as well, because I can only put one odd in it. So it's 23 or 26, but I can't put the odd here. No, I can't put the 9 in here. One of these is a 3, 6. So it's not a 1, 2 in here. It's a 3, 6 in here. So I can't use 1, 2, 3, 6. So I can't use 1, 2, 3, 6 up here because that's too many odd digits. So this can't be a 4. 1, 2, 4, 8 was never possible. So it's 2, 4, 3, 6 or 3, 6, 4, 8. So this one sums to 23. This one sums to 23. One of those is 3, 6. Now that can't be a 6, but I could go 6, 3, or this could be 3, 6 in either order. But that means I've got to put 2 6s in these. But that's not a problem. 6 is free to go with 5 or 7. This is even. There must be an even in here. So these are all even. These are all odd. So these are even. There must be an even in here. These are odd because there must be an even in here to give me my 4th even in this row. 1, 2, there must be an even here. There must be an even here. These are both odd. 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be, right, that's all good. But I don't know the order of that. Only one of those is odd. Only one of those is odd. All of these are odd. All of these are odd. There's an even in here. There's one odd in here. 1, 2, 3. I've got to put 2 odds in there. One, 2, 3, 4. One of these is odd. So this is 2, 4, 3, 6, which would make this an 8. Or it's 3, 6, 4, 8, which would make that a 2. These are 1, 5, 7, and 9. Which I don't know what to do with. This is 1, 3. This isn't a 3. So this can't be a 2. This is a 6. This is a 3. Which means 6 is in one of those two. That hasn't restricted that at all. It went the wrong way. But I need to put 2 6s. No, I don't need to put... Yes, I need to put 2 6s into these yellow cages. And I can't put one there. If I put one there, I could put one there or there. If I don't put one there, there's one there and one in one of those. Because one of these is 3, 6. So on this, I can't put a 2 on that because the 1 and the 3 is now gone. The odd digit on this is 5, 7, or 9. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 4 here. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 6 here. So there's no 5 here. This is 7, 8, 9. The even digit is 8. So this is a 2. Let me go through that again. So the 6 takes the 6 off here, which means I can't put the 5 on here. It's not consecutive. So the only even digit available for here is 8, which means this is the 2. The 2 here means these are 3, 6, and 4, 8. Now, the 4 is not in either of those. So the 8 is not in either of those, which I got from the 8 being in here. Now, the 8 is on this. If this is 8, this would go 7, 6. If this is 8, these are 7 and 9. Nine, 8, 7 is possible. 8, 7, 6 is possible. 7, 8, 9 is possible. 8, 9, 10 is not. So they're the only possibilities, I think. This isn't the 3, so this isn't the 6 because of this 3. This can't be an 8 because of the 2-8 pair. That's not the 8, that's the 8. So this is 7, 9. This is even. These are both odd. That looks down saying this is not an 8. I've still got to put a 3 or a 9 in here. So it's 8, 4, and this is, well, this would be the 3. So if it's 3, and that's 2 or 4, which would make that, so it'd be 3. This couldn't be the 4 because then I'd have to go 2, 8. So there'd be 3, 2, 4, 8. Or if this is the 9, I think these could be 9, 8 in either order. And then this would be 2, 4. Well, actually, this is a 4 because of the 2 looking down. So these are not the 4. So 2 is in one of those two? Because if this is the 2, this would have to be the 3, and it can't be. But if this is the 8, 8 could go here. But these can't be 2, 4, 6, or 8. Because they see the 2 and the 8, they see the 4, and they see the 6. Those are odd. 1, 5, 7, 9. Oh, hang on. That's even. I'm going to get rid of the grey. That is even. So that's all of 4 evens. Those are odd. Which are 1, 3, 5. And they're not 3. That's a 1, 5 pair. There's no 5 there. 5 is in one of those two. The 1, 5 is looking down saying there's no 1, 5 there. That's a 7 or a 9. I'm still trying to figure out these totals. If this is a 6, 6 is in one of those two. If this is a 6, I don't know what that does. This is a 6. And that doesn't work because I need to put 2 6s into yellow because there's a 6 up here and there's a 6 down here. If this is a 6, this is a 6. Oh no, I could put a 6 here and that'd be my second 6. If this is a 6, I could put a 6 in here and a 6. No, it's all good. So 3 is in one of these two. And 1 is down here somewhere. 1 is in one of those two. Oh no, there could be a 3 here. So 1, 5, and 7 are in those. I don't know what that's doing. This can't have a 3 in it. Does that do anything? This can't have a 3 or a 6 in it. So this can't be 2, 3, or 5, 6. So this can't be 4, 8. This is 4, 2. Because if this is 4, 8, this would need to be 2, 3, which it can't be, or 5, 6, which it can't be. This being 3, 6 forces this to be the 4, 2. This is the 8, this is the 2, this is the 8. Now 4, 8 can only be 2, 3, or 5, 6. So this is 6, 5 or 3, 2. 4, 8 can only be 2, 3 or 5, 6. So it'd be 2, 3 or 5, 6. Oh, the 8 makes that the 3. This is the 6. This can't be 3, 6. Sorry, 2, 3. This isn't the 3. This isn't the 2. This is the 5, 6. The 5 comes out of here. There's no 3, 6 here. This is the 4. This is the 8. And that's going to break everything open. That's got to break everything open. These are the even digits. The 5, 6 is saying there's no 6 there, so there's no 3 there. That has to break everything open. There's a 4 in one of those two because of the 6 looking down. So these are 2, 4, 8, but there must be a 4 in those. So these are 2, 6, 8, and there must be a 6 in them. This is a 3 now. Three is in one of those 3. Now 2, 4 can't take a 3. Because I can't put a 3 here because I'd need a 2 or a 4. That's the 3. I still think the opening to this with this set, I still don't like it. So 2, 4 can't be 5, 6. The 5's not available. 6, 7 or 8, 9. It can't be 8, 9. This is 6, 7 from the math I did earlier, which means that's the 9 and that's the 7. The 6, 7 looks across, making that the 5 and that the 6, which I can colour. The 5 makes this the 1 and this the 5. This is the 2 to complete the row. So this is 1, 7, 9. It's not 7. The 7 is over here. This is a 1, 9, which is odd. This is a 1, 9, which is also odd. There's no 8 here. So this is the 4, this is the 2. These sum to 6. But the 4 is only consecutive with 5, which is 11, which is prime. The 4 makes this the 8, which makes this the 4. These are 12. Now this has to be 7 or 9, and either works. These are, with the 2, 4, 6, 8 already in the column, those are the odd digits. There is an 8 on here. This is 7, 8, 9 because the 8 must go on this. The 8 is not there. That's the 8, which is the even digit. This is the odd digit. The 6 is in one of those two. There's no 8 here, so there's no 9 here. So this is the even digit. This is the odd digit. So this is a 2, 8 pair. This is the odd digit, which is 1, 5, or 7. There's no 9 here. This is the 9, which makes that the 7, taking 7 out of those. So this is the only thing I'm not sure about, I think. If this set was known at the beginning, actually, no, 7 or 9 works, because 6, these are 14. 14 plus 7 is 21, or 23, both of which are prime. No, hang on, 21's not prime. 21 is 7 by 3. 6 and 8, 14 plus, this can't be a 7, that's a 9. Because if that was a 7, it'd be 15 plus 6, which is 21. It can't be 21. So there's no 9 here. These are 1, 3, 5, and 7. There's no 3 in those, so 3 is definitely there, making that the 9, which makes that the 8, which makes that the 2. 8 comes out of those, that's 2, 6. So 2 comes out of here, which I could have done earlier with that 2. This is 4, 8. The 4 makes that the 8 and that the 4. The 2 makes that the 6 and that the 2. Apart from the expectation that you understand that set instantly. Now, have I made the same mistake here? No, because the 2 is the difference here. This is 12 plus 7 is 19, which is prime, and plus 9, hang on, 12 plus 9 is 21, which is not prime. That has to be the 7. 12 plus 9 is 21. 21 is not prime. There's no 7 there. 1, 5 means that's the 9, and I can take the 9 out of there. That's a 1, 7. Taking the 1 out of there, that's 5, 9, meaning that's the 1. These, I'll have to put a 6 in here. That's the 6, which is the even digit. So that's the 3, that's the 2. So the 2 is the even digit, 3 is the odd. This is an odd digit. These are 1, 5, and 7. There's no 1 or 5 there. That's the 7, taking the 7 out of there. There's no 7 there. This is 1, 5, taking 1, 5 out of those, which matches up to this. The 7 looks down, making that the 5, taking the 5 out of those. So this is the 1 and the 7. The 5 looks up, making that the 9 and that the 5. The 5 looks across, making that the 1 and that the 5. Apart from the opening set, this puzzle is really cool. I think if I'd understood the set earlier, but with a puzzle with prime digits, you're not looking for it. There is an 8 on this because I need an even digit. So these are 7, 8, 9. There's no 7. So this is an 8, 9 pair. And the 8 is looking up, making that the 9 and that the 8. So that's the odd digit. That's the even digit. The 9 is making that the 5 and that the 9. The 5 is looking down, making that the 1 and that the 5. The 1 is taking the 1 out of here. So this is the 3, 6. So this is the 2 and the 1, meaning this is the 6. So the 6 is even. The 2 is even. These are the odd digits. These are 3, 5, and 9. There's no 9 in those. That's the 9. This is the 1. This is the 3. 1 and 7. I did need the solve guide to find that set. This is making this the 6 and this the 7. 6 being the even digit, 7 being the odd digit. Makes this the odd. It does make it the 3, which is the odd digit. This is the 6, which is the even digit. And now I just need to figure this out. So the 1 looks up, making that the 7 and that the 1. The 7 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 7, which looks up, making that the 5 and that the 3. And that is the correct solution. Now, it took me 70 odd minutes to solve this with getting help on this opening set from the guide. I absolutely needed that. I think the puzzle is beautiful. I think that needed some help, and I don't know how I would have communicated that. I almost would have coloured some of these cages differently or something to communicate it, because this is not a standard set. I mean, I appreciate FJam as a setter. FJam has done some amazing stuff, and I like FJam. Like, FJam and I have chatted a lot, but I don't think stating this is a standard set is like, what? Now, as I said, it took me a bit of time to even replicate what that set was and figure out how to make it work. And I wasn't looking for it because I was looking for logic around the parity, which I realized pretty quick, I think. I was looking for logic around the parity. I don't know if you could do this puzzle without finding that. I think a lot of people are going to get very stuck on this. I did. Now, fortunately, you all have a solve guide, being this video. Yeah, really tricky stuff. Possibly one of the most tricky puzzles I've done in a long time. We'll see how it all goes. I'm going to be interesting to see what the comments say. And as I said, I'm not calling this a blind solve. I needed to go and get help. This is why puzzles like this submit a solve guide. If I didn't have a solve guide to refer to, this puzzle would never have been seen because I would have been stuck. I would not have been able to unstick myself. So this is why setters who submit solve guides, awesome work. It allows me to showcase the logic you intended, because I would never have found that. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you liked this one. I loved the Sudoku and the logic around how to use the parity and the forced number of even digits, and the fact that I had to work with 3 and 9, and up here I couldn't use the 9 because of the way that worked. I'd already discussed that and found it. It was just the way it all worked. Beautiful. But it's all based on this set, which I just did not see or even think to look for. Cool stuff. Thank you, FJam, for the puzzle. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.